The Acokisa were the indigenous tribe that lived on the Galveston Bay and the lower Trinity and San Jacinto rivers in Texas, primarily in the present-day greater Houston area. They are regarded as a band of the Atakapa Indians, closely related to the Atakapa of Lake Charles, Louisiana. All right, the Atakapa people. And just look how it says Atakapa Ishak or Isaac, Ishak, Itza, Atakapa. Now let me show you this other picture down here. You got to scroll down to get a nice good image. All right, here. Check this one out right here. All right, take a look. You see that? That's an Atakapa Indian. Look at that. This is actually a historic drawing of the Atakapa. So you guys don't think I'm just making things up here and trying to make people, or like people are saying these days, blackwash. It's not even about that. It's about truth. This is from the Lake Charles Atakapas book written by Dr. J.O. Dyer. Let me just zoom in so you guys can see the cover. All right, the Lake Charles Atakapas, period of 1817 to 1820. And, you know, they're trying to label them cannibals, all right? So dodge the hijack. Written by request for the Howard Memorial Library, Dr. J.O. Dyer. Okay, what does it say about the Atakapa people? All right, now remember, this is the image we were seeing, all right, in Wikipedia. And this is another image here, colorized, the same image. So you see that? All right, do you remember who you are? What you mean African? So let's see what it's saying here. It says here, it was in the year 1819, all right? Again, 1800s, that's when they just got there. Remember, they settled in 1816, they started building, and then this is in 1819 when an American officer entered the Lake Charles village of the Atakapas on a cold October day. Colonel Graham had been on official business at the Lafitte camp, remember? The pirate Lafitte at Galveston, all right? We're in Galveston, same place where Juneteenth happened, right? And was making his way from Bolivar by land to the Vermilion Bridge. Now, what happened when he saw the Indians? It says the savages, who were the coastal clan of interior tribes, were of a very low type of civilization, all right? Dodge the hijack. They were dark-skinned. Again, what? They were what? They were dark-skinned. Yeah, so-called Negro. Yeah, copper-colored. Yeah, so-called black. Yeah, they were dark-skinned, with dirty, short, coarse, black matted hair. Coarse, black matted hair. Are you listening? All right? Debunked. You got debunked right here. Debunked. Primary source. Are you listening? This is a so-called Negro man. He would be considered, right? He would be called today, that description. If a police gave that description, hey, who's the suspect? If a police officer said, hey, the suspect, it's a dark-skinned young man, coarse black matted hair. Yeah, so let's be real about it. You know what I'm talking about. All right, they were dark-skinned with dirty, short, coarse black matted hair. Their bodies stout, statured, short, and heads of a large size placed almost between the shoulders. Who are they talking about again? The Atakapas. The Atakapas, all right? The Atakapas who were in Galveston, right? Who were in Galveston. In the same book, there's another reference to the Atakapas. It says that the tribe, Hall likened to the type featured of an unpleasant cast, especially large heads, dark skins, all right? Dark skins and prominent facial features. Prominent features, right in the face, prominent of an unpleasant cast, especially noticeable were the high cheekbones and protruding lips. The Atakapas. The Atakapas. So I hope it's clear that the Atakapas, right, are people that would definitely be classified as colored, right, so-called Negro, so-called black. And again, the Acokisa, who were in Galveston Bay, are Atakapa Indians, closely related to the Atakapas of Lake Charles, the same people we were just talking about. They're related, they're the same, so they must look the same in appearance, right? The Acokisa. So again, Galveston Island was originally inhabited by members of the Karankawa and Acokisa tribes, all right? We got one of them. We know they're so-called Negroes. All right, so I just want to go into this Louisiana State Archives website. Found a great video here, great interview. We actually got a pretty modern day chief of the Atakapas, right? So you guys can look at a representation of these people, all right, in the Galveston area in Louisiana. We're going to hear from Chief Michael Amos.
My first question, Chief, is your name.
Oh, Michael Amos.
And how old are you, Chief?
67.
And what's your occupation?
I'm retired.
And what did you do prior to that?
I was in the military, retired military.
Okay. And your tribal membership?
You mean blood quantum?
Yes.
Okay, it's not required.
Okay.
Only the lineage is required.
Okay.
I just did mine because I wanted to.
Okay.
It's not required.
All right. And what's your position in the tribe?
I'm the principal chief of the tribe. We cover Southwest Louisiana and Southeast Texas.
Okay.
So.
Okay. What is the name of your tribe in their native language?
Ishak. 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 The slur word was Atakapa. Okay. It was given by the Choctaw, and then when the Spanish and the French came over, they kept the word of Atakapa.
Mm-hmm.
But our real name was really Ishak, So that would be the name from the beginning of time, with the tribe. Yes.
Where did your tribe, what is the origin of your tribe? How did your tribe begin? Where did it start from?
Well, there's a lot of saying. Some say we came from the sea. We don't really know, but the Ishak been here for like 4,000 years. We see. So, but the Ishak been here for like 4,000 years. We don't really know. There's a lot of write-ups about Egypt and stuff like that during the Ice Age. But there's nothing really solid that I know of that where it actually originated from, except here. Okay, the tribe was basically Opelousas in the St. Martinsville, Honorville area, all the way to Lake Charles, Calcasieu, to Alexandria, through Natchitoches. And also, if you go into East Texas, to Galveston, Matagorda Bay, all the way down. We have 2 clans in Texas and 4 in Louisiana. So if you go back up to 1802, all this was called Atakapa territory. See? So the Ishak were here all this time. And that was we inhabited all this land and all this area pretty much, all the way to Galveston. All the way to Galveston.
Oh, wow. And we're here. And this book is called Indians Who Lived in Texas, written and illustrated by Betsy Warren. Look at this in the cover. You see how she drew the American Indian? It says here the tribes of Karankawas and Atakapans lived in more primitive manner than the Caddo and Wichita farmers. Perhaps this was because they had to roam continuously along the coastal waters in order to find enough food for their families. Usually they camped less than a week in one place, but returned to it each year. They moved across the bays and lagoons in frail dugout canoes made by tree trunks cut in half and hollowed out by scraping or burning. The canoe, about 15 inches wide and 40 to 50 feet long, was long enough to hold a man, his family, and their possessions. All right, that's on page 23. Continues, says, appearance. The Karankawa men were tall, powerfully built people who wore pieces of cane pushed through holes made in the lower lip and on each side of the chest. The Atakapan people were short and stout. They had huge heads covered with coarse, bushy hair. Their cheekbones were especially high, and their large lips protruded over teeth stained from the various leaves which they chewed.
Oh, Michael Amos. I'm the principal chief of the tribe.
Robert Dre, Bye.